Welcome to episode 8 of the Blue and Neutral podcast. My co-host Frank is on a brief hiatus, but don't worry, Frank. I'll hold the fort while you're away. Chelsea 4, Burnley 0. Chelsea continued to strengthen their chances of securing top 4 by beating Burnley 4-0. Chelsea's first 3 goals coming between 10 devastating second half minutes with goals from Reece James and Kai Havertz, who scored a double. Christian Pulisic secured the 3 points after he was gifted a goal from a poor clearance by Tarkowski. The first half was one to forget for Chelsea fans as their team resorted to long-range shots to break down stubborn Burnley. On the other hand, Burnley's best chance came when Chelsea keeper Mendy failed to punch the ball clear and the ball fell to McNeil, who shot over the bar. A better finish from McNeil would definitely have completely changed the game, and Burnley unfortunately lived to regret that miss because Chelsea came back in the second half and just, were clinical in front of goal. The result leaves Chelsea 6 points clear in third place, and Burnley remained stuck in 18th place. Watford 2, Arsenal 3. This was a very entertaining game at Vicarage Road, with Arsenal holding out at the end for 3 vital points. Watford, on the other hand, just could not build on their draw last weekend and lose their 8th successive home game. So Watford are really, really struggling right now. Watford thought they'd open the scoring after 17 seconds, but Dennis' good finish was offside. The frantic start set us up for some good football, with Arsenal opening scoring in the 5th minute. Bukayo Saka and Odegaard playing a neat 1-2, and the Norwegian Odegaard with a neat finish across the goalkeeper. Cucho Hernandez equalized 6 minutes later with a contender for goal of the season. A lofted cross from the right was met by Cucho, who athletically scored from a bicycle kick. Arsenal took the lead on 30 minutes when Saka dispossessed cleverly. He played another neat 1-2 with Lacazette, who rolled the ball to Saka, and Saka struck the ball in his stride. That was a very good finish from Saka. 2-1 Arsenal. Another mistake by Watford in the second half led to Arsenal's 3rd goal. Losers' wayward pass led to a quick throw-in from Saka to Cedric, to Odegaard, to Laka, to Martinelli, who pinged the ball into the top corner. It was a very vintage Arsenal goal, and the likes of Thierry Henry would be proud of that finish. At this point, Arsenal were looking to kill the game off, but Watford made for a very nervy finish for Arsenal. Sissoko taking advantage of poor defending from Ben White to chest and score past Ramsdale. Watford just couldn't find an equalizer after that. From an Arsenal perspective, they looked sharp on the ball, especially Bukayo Saka, who I thought was excellent. His decision making, his movement, his dribbling. He's still young, but there's a superstar definitely there in the making. And if England can build up on his form, I think him and Jude Bellingham can make a really formidable threat. But, with England, you just never know what you're going to get. Watford's best player this season, Dennis, I think overall had a poor game. He really tried hard to make things work, but nothing really worked. He actually wasted a really good opportunity to score when he could have at least hit the target. So it's not looking good for Watford rather, but for Arsenal, things are actually looking really good. They looked really, really threatening. Ramsdale had a few poor clearances that were nearly punished. But overall, I think Arsenal just can be happy that they got 3 points. Manchester City beat Manchester United 4-1 at the Etihad, further strengthening their hopes of defending the Premier League. Another lackluster display from United, who just could not cope with City's quality. City scored early in the 5th minute from De Bruyne, who swept home from a Bernardo Silva cross. Sancho equalized in the 22nd minute, curling his shot past an outstretched Ederson. City restored their lead 6 minutes later, again from that man De Bruyne, who finished well after some desperate United defending. Whatever good things United did in the first half were completely abandoned in the second half. United was simply outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed in every aspect of the game. De Bruyne with another assist straight from a corner. Mahrez was completely open on the edge of the box, and his half volley deflected off Maguire and past De Gea. Mahrez scored his second and City's fourth after a good through ball by Gundogan. There was a slight delay because initially it was called for offside, but VAR checked and it was onside. As impressive as City are offensively, they are just as good defensively when they don't have the ball. Foden as the false nine was impressive. Silva and Grealish really expressed themselves during this game. There's a particular passage of play when every time United seemed to be on the counter-attack, Manchester City were just basically just out-hustling the United players. So it's a true workman-like performance by City. They are just very good in almost every aspect of the game. From a Manchester United point of view, they don't have a recognized number 9. Cristiano Ronaldo is injured. I think Cavani is also injured. Martial, obviously, they've loaned to Sevilla. So Manchester United with no recognized number 9. Rashford can play as that number 9, but when he was brought in the second half, he was really ineffective. Him and Lingard did not do anything really during that game. I can understand why Elanga starts over Rashford. I think he's just, what you get from Elanga. Very, very disciplined, very workman-like. Nothing spectacular, but I can understand why someone like Elanga starts over Rashford. Even though he was responsible for one of City's goals. I believe it was the second goal. He played a really bad pass, and eventually City scored from it. So from a United perspective, it's just more of the same from United again. Just no real cutting edge. Good performance in the first half, to be fair, but the second half they were just all over the place, and City just showed their quality. I'm curious to know who the Manchester United boss will be in the next season, because Ranić is definitely not the guy. You can see what he's trying to do, but it's just tough to know what to expect from Manchester United. Interesting to see that Manchester City versus Liverpool. I think that's probably going to be the title decider. But Manchester City 4, Manchester United 1.